Are you wondering how you can stop reacting to your 3D reality? I hope you are. This is an essential step to mastering the art of conscious creation because if you're new here and you need to know that what you react to, you create more of in your 3D reality. So if you're new here, this might be news to you. If you're not new here, I know you've heard me talk about this before. If this is a new concept for you, I have several other videos on my channel about reacting and how to stop doing that. And of course, I'm going to talk all about that in this video. I highly recommend that you go and watch those other videos as well. Hello, everyone. I am your Muse, Traci. I am your favorite manifestation coach. I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. I offer one-on-one coaching and I also offer group coaching. In my coaching program, we take a deep dive into your subconscious programming or your belief system, and we do the work to change the programming that is effectively covering up and masking your true nature. I will take you through the process of identifying and changing your programming. I'll also teach you how to integrate the creator belief system. I'll teach you how to release stored emotions from the past that are binding you to the past, as well as teaching you how to honor and process your emotions on an ongoing basis, as well as much, much more. We meet 2 to 3 times per week in my coaching program. In between the sessions, you also have email access to me. It's an intensive month designed to create real transformation. This is for you if you want to move past the one-off coaching sessions that are sort of a band-aid for whatever's going on and, whatever it is that you are working on creating or manifesting. This program creates real transformation in every area of your life and returns you back to your true nature of being an effortless and unlimited creator. You see, you don't have to become this. You already are this. There's just a lot of times some layers built on top of that, but that is your true nature. And when you take these layers away, it's effortless, just like it's meant to be. This is your true nature and your birthright. So most of my clients will stay with me 2 to 3 months to integrate these teachings. A lot of my clients are starting new businesses, working on different projects. So, it's always up to you and the level of support that you want and feel like you would like to have at this point in time. Either way, my clients come out of the program transformed and back in their ability to create everything that they desire. They stop struggling and stop suffering, and they finally understand how to apply all the manifesting knowledge that they've been consuming for sometimes years. So if you're interested in that for yourself, investing in yourself is an amazing thing to do, and your reality responds in kind. So you can send me an email, leave me a comment down below. I'll be happy to get back to you. I do have a wait list right now. So the sooner you get on the wait list, the sooner we can get started. So, all right. Are you ready to talk about the top 3 things, or not even top, the 3 things that you need to do? It's like a 3-step process to stop reacting. And good news, we're keeping it simple. You guys know I like to keep it simple. So reacting can be simple too. It doesn't need to be this difficult thing. Once you understand and you integrate what I'm going to talk about, it's a 3-step process. All you have to do is write it on a Post-it, carry it with you until you memorize it and you get into the habit. Pretty soon you won't need the Post-it and you can stop reacting to whatever's going on in your circumstances. Okay. But first and foremost, let's lay the groundwork about reacting, because I can't say it enough. And I don't think it's talked about enough in the manifesting community. So I want to mention the groundwork before we dive into the steps, okay? So I know I've mentioned it in many other videos, but maybe you're new here. So when you react to something in your 3D reality, and also I have to clarify exactly what reacting is, because it's not just the emotional reaction that's usually an indication that you've reacted. But that's not, usually there is an emotional thing going on, but that's not the indication that you've reacted, okay? That's not actually reacting. What reacting really is when you base what you assume, believe, and think on your 3D reality. This is what reacting really is. And usually, if you modify what you assume, believe, or think according to your 3D reality and according to an unwanted 3D reality, then yes, there is usually, that is accompanied by a strong negative emotion. And so people think it's the negative emotion that means I'm reacting. No, that's just a product of what you said you believe. You believe this unwanted thing that's showing up, and so you're reacting to saying, I believe this unwanted thing. So the emotional reaction is sort of like a byproduct of the actual reacting that you're doing. And most people think it's the emotion that is reacting, but that's not it. And that is just you falling into the illusion and thinking it's real and then reacting to it, having that emotion to what you are buying into, basically. Now, likewise, if you don't change what you assume, believe, or think according to your 3D, and you stand strong in your chosen belief, assumption, or thought, but you still have some sort of emotion going on, that's actually fine. No problem. You are human after all. So if something is, you have like a bodily sensation going on, but you very much know in your thoughts and in your beliefs, you know what you're doing. You're staying strong in your chosen assumption and your chosen belief. Totally fine. Okay. This is not what reacting is. You can have that bodily feeling. Maybe you're shaking, or you feel like, you have like this, it's almost like an autonomic response going off in the body. That's not reacting. Okay. Totally fine to have that going on. So now that we know exactly what reacting is, when you react, what happens? You confirm that you believe what is in the 3D, and so you create or recreate more of that to experience in your 3D reality. You cast it forward for your, it's going to come around again. It's going to come up again in circumstances in your 3D reality. In other words, it will show up again at some point in time in the future for you to experience again, because you said, I believe this, okay? And your reality is responding to you. When you react to unwanted things, you can see how this is troublesome, and it is a way of sort of staying stuck, because your 3D is always taking its cue from you, and then you react to it and create more of it, the unwanted things, and then it shows up again and you react again. And so the cycle goes again and again and again. And then you call it like fate or something, or you call it someone else being stubborn, or someone, that was me. You call it someone else choosing something. Or you say, I'm not worthy. You make it mean something about you. But you can't be other than worthy. Okay, that's a different subject for a different video. You're always worthy. You are worthy by definition. There's absolutely nothing unworthy about you. That's just a mental concept when we do that, right? So, but you see, you do this, and then you give it all these other meanings, like, oh, I'm not worthy, or oh, this person is stubborn, or basically you kind of feel that you are a victim to this thing that is showing up, but it's only showing up because you reacted to it in the past, or you dwelled upon it, and you assumed it, and you pushed it out. Here it is in your 3D reality. Okay. And so we want to break the cycle of reacting to our own creation, our own unwanted creation, right? And so you can see why this is very, very, very important. This is a very important skill to master. And you can master this, you guys. I, struggled with reacting. That's why I teach so much about it. But you don't have to struggle, okay? You don't. And here we go. We're going to get right into it. The 3 steps that you need, now that we have everything cleared up, the 3 steps that you need. It's not 14, it's not 24, it's not 200, it's 3. It's 3 steps, okay? So you can do it. I know you can. Now, the first and absolute most important habit or, reminder is to remember that you are the one who created the circumstance that you are experiencing, the unwanted circumstance that maybe you're just like about to react to, okay? You have to remember, because everything is, right? Let's not flip back and forth from, affirming and being the creator. And then when something unwanted shows up, we flip into, oh, I'm a victim to this thing. No, we have to stop flipping, right? You have to choose one. You're either creator or victim. You can't be both. And this flipping back and forth dance is another way of keeping yourself stuck, okay? And it is a practice. I'm going to, let's have grace for this practice because it's new, but really we have to make an intention here to stop flipping back from creator to victim. And so this is how you do that. When you see an unwanted circumstance pop up, you need to immediately go into, okay, well, I don't like this. It's totally fine to not like things, by the way. It's totally fine to recognize within yourself, this is not my preference, okay? But the very next thing that is going on in your mind needs to be, okay, but it's my creation. It's my creation. I'm not a victim to this. That's my creation, okay? This is a crucial step. If you try to not react without this step, you can do it. I mean, if you're really strong and you use a lot of willpower and you are really good at suppressing and denying your own, emotions, you can do it, but you're just suppressing things, okay? You can only truly not react by first and foremost remembering that circumstances, whatever the circumstance is, it's your creation, okay? We're taking ownership. We're not going into blame, okay? Because whatever it is that you don't prefer, you created it unconsciously. It is a product of your past thoughts, feelings, or assumptions, or reactions, your past reactions. Now, the next step, step 2, is in your mind, you identify what you would prefer to be experiencing and reconfirm your belief in that circumstance. Okay, this isn't something you need to say to anyone if there's another person involved in your circumstance that you're reacting to. This isn't something you need to say to them, I don't believe this. This is something you do internally, okay? So right in the midst of whatever you're experiencing that you don't prefer to experience any longer, you simply identify in your mind what you would prefer to be experiencing. Simply and directly, okay? It doesn't need to be all elaborate and, no, it's just very simply, what would I prefer to this thing that I don't prefer? I know I don't prefer that, so what would I prefer? Just simply identify what you would prefer instead of the thing that is currently showing up and triggering you. Okay, step 2, easy. Again, it's not something you're saying or anything externally. This is internal. What do you prefer instead of this thing? Okay, so you sort of, once you know the circumstance that I don't prefer, okay, it's me, you sort of like remove your attention from it. Go within and identify what it is you would prefer to be here showing up. Now, step 3, the third step and final step, because there's only 3, it's simple, right? Is to feel as if your preference is what you are experiencing. So you identified your preference in the midst of, this circumstance. Try to feel the satisfaction of knowing that that is all that is required of you. as a conscious creator. Let me give you an analogy so that you can get my point. So it's almost like when you go to a restaurant and you order tacos, because of course you're ordering tacos, if you're like me. The moment you order, you almost feel this relief or satisfaction that the delicious tacos are on their way. You don't have any doubt or worry or fret about, will they make them right for me? Will they get it right? Are they coming even? Are they going to show up? None of that. You don't do any of that. You just order the tacos and you change the subject likely, right? You feel satisfied, you feel content, you feel complete about the tacos that you're about to enjoy, and you probably aren't even on the subject anymore. You're off on some other subject because that's done. Okay? Same thing here. When you identify your preference, you feel that it's done now. That's all that's required by you. There's not like 4 other affirmations you need to do, or you don't have to have this elaborate shift of your, inner state of being. None of that is really required if you can simply feel relaxed and content that you did your job. You did your job. All you have to do is recognize that situation is my creation, identify your preference, and feel as if the preference is what's present in your 3D reality, right? You feel content, right? Just like when you order the tacos, and now you're just in happy anticipation as you are, I'm using this word lightly here, waiting to receive your delicious tacos, right? So I hope that's a super helpful analogy to help you guys keep it simple, okay? Because it's simple. 3 steps. I know you can do it. Takes a little bit of practice, make a little sticky note, memorize the steps, and then go to work practicing. You can do this with, it doesn't have to just be the big things. It would be better if you practice on some little things, to not react to little things first before you go and try to bring this into like the biggest problem that you have in your life. You can do it there and you will do it there, but maybe don't start there, okay? So it's a sort of content knowing that your job is done. There's nothing more for you to do, nothing more for you to think. There's also nothing more for you to do about the current unwanted circumstances. You can just leave them alone internally, okay? If there's something you need to be saying to someone, have that conversation, but internally, you're not bothered. You're sort of like, this is already done, okay? And that's it, you guys. Let's keep it simple because it really is. And, once you understand what reacting really is and what it does to your reality, and then you also understand these 3 simple steps, you can truly master the art of no longer reacting to and therefore recreating more of the unwanted circumstances. This is your reality, after all. And you don't have to be reactive to your own creation. You just don't. I can't stress enough, this all hinges on knowing that you are the operant power, and you remember in the very moment of something unwanted that this is my creation, okay? All of this hinges on that. We've got to get that in place. This is the foundation that I'm talking about in all the videos. You need this piece to be successful at, mastering conscious creation. If you can do that, the 2nd and 3rd steps are like cake, okay? All right, you guys. So go forth in your empowerment and start dominating your reality. This is how you dominate your reality and mastering your own reality. And yeah, you guys got this. Leave me a comment down below and I will see you in the next video.